to happen and set at the last month's meeting, and all commissioners agreed to it. We have 2 commissioners that are refusing to participate in the meeting today based on misinformation. It just is. So unfortunately, because of the lack of quorum, this is not a duly authorized meeting that we can have today.
Exactly.
So we do need to get for a next meeting as soon as possible. Reese, do we want to wait until Richard, till next month for a normal meeting, or do we want to have an interim meeting?
May I speak, Richard? Chair? Thank you.
Nice.
We have such a full agenda. We have the ARPA funds, we have everything else on our agenda. And this new thing that came up on Saturday, which seems to be the impetus for our other 2 board members to refuse to come to this meeting. Somehow or other, we have to deal with that because they are boards of commissioners and they have to do their job. So, however, I don't know the proper way to handle that, but it needs to be handled immediately because this is unacceptable.
Exactly. I agree with you there. Now, I will speak to one today. I will see him later. And I have to ask him what his reasoning is that he will not attend. And if he has a problem with somebody, let him speak to the person himself.
Yeah.
Okay, is that all right?
Yeah. I mean, it should come from you for sure. I mean, because of open meeting law, it's not like we can take them out for a cup of coffee and say, what are you doing? But we need to get this resolved.
Exactly. I agree with you. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
All right. So do we want to schedule a meeting before or after? I mean, after Christmas or like next week, or do you want to wait till next?
What do you think? I mean,
Alex is raising his hand.
Yes.
yeah, all the things on the agenda. What kind of time frame do we have?
So Richard was just about ready to just recognize Alex. I don't know if there's an update in the building, in the room.
Okay.
I know this week, you can hear me, right? All right,
Yes.
there we go. All right, there we go. This week I am slammed with all kinds of stuff and holiday editing from all the stuff we've been out and about this month. Next week is preferred for me, but if you guys need to meet this week, I can be flexible.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
So if we could meet by next week, because that would get us to the end of, that would still give us, if we could meet a day next week, still before the end of the year, and that's first when we have to, Bruce is behind us. We need to get that ARPA contract signed. It has to be signed so that the housing authority can receive those additional ARPA funds for capital improvement.
Yeah.
So
It puts our windows at risk, correct?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Richard, Pamela, I received also an email from the town clerk about our deadlines for posting our open meetings. So to have a meeting next week, we have a very short window to post.
Yes.
And they are also, the office will be closing at noon this Friday. So to post for next week, we really need to get something in as soon as possible.
Okay. So do we want to try maybe for a week? We'll give ourselves a week to to be able to talk to the two other parties. So that would be, excuse me, next Tuesday. So that would be the 27th
Sounds good. We'll get it done.
at noon.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yep.
Okay. All right, so that's good for Alex too. Okay, so next,
Tuesday at noon.
yep, and that's the 27th, thank you.
27th.
I'll
Oh,
send
we
that
can
over.
just- Oh, I
No,
was
I
just gonna say, it'll be the same agenda with a different date, right, Pam?
That's correct.
Right,
Exactly.
so what I can do is I'll send it over today, so it does get posted today, and we'll be all set for next Tuesday without any problems.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right,
Okay, thank you all. Appreciate your time.
I know.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.